nakshatras. He's a great inspiration to me. I've learned a lot from him, and I don't think that anybody has come close to his work on nakshatras, which was quite untouched before he actually researched and published his book. And believe me that the book that he has wrote, it does not actually encapsulate what he actually knows about the nakshatras. So apart from that, today we have various different topics that we are going to talk about him today, and I'll recommend his books for all the people who are interested in learning astrology. And the thing here is that we are going to discuss about the transit period of planets which are going to enter in Pisces and Virgo axis, and many other questions. But before having any delay, I welcome you, sir, on my channel. Thanks for accepting my request to come onto my channel. It is a dream come true to actually talk to you, and the stage is yours. Please share your thoughts, then we'll proceed.
Nice to hear from you, Vijit. But you have to bring in the topics, whatever you want me to talk about, and I'll talk about.
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay, sir. So the first thing that I want to ask here is that the majority of the planets are coming in Virgo Pisces axis in March 2025, particularly 29th March 2025. Six planets are going to enter into Pisces: Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Rahu, and Saturn, and Ketu is in Virgo. So it's going to be a very important conjunction happening in one particular sign and axis of Virgo Pisces. And also the nakshatras, like the axis of Uttar Phalguni and Purv Bhadrapad or Uttar Bhadrapad, majority planets are going to be sitting in these nakshatras. So it's going to activate those signs and the nakshatras.
Yes.
Do you think that it's going to be important, significant period for humanity in general? What do you expect in upcoming years? Does it indicate any major shift in civilization, rise of new age technologies, economic crisis, climate changes, any wars or destructions, or even spiritual awakening? Pisces represents that in people.
Right.
So explain a bit about that, sir. We are very curious to know about it.
Okay, Abhijit. Okay, so I'll start from this slightly. We have to go behind in time a little.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what happens with the conjunctions and things like that in this kind of conjunction you're talking about, the 6-planet conjunction in Pisces right now, is that they are part of a movement. They're not individual events. There have been a lot of conjunctions happening over the last 4, 5 years, 15 years. Okay, and there have been different sort of eclipses happening. There have been 13-day Paksh happening, different.
Yeah.
There is Jupiter going Atichari different times. So there have been a lot of combinations which are building up, over the last 4 years especially, and then last 15 years, which are now culminating in this conjunction. Okay, so it's a process. So people usually think of one conjunction as, this is just one event like this. It's not like that. In Jyotish, everything, like in universe, Jyotish, time, everything is a process. Okay, and process happens in time. So everything happens in time. So if more of these conjunctions happen quicker and closer to each other, the more the impact. Okay, now the same conjunction, keeping in mind and keeping in light all the conjunctions which have been happening, which we have been talking about, different people have been talking about, and I have spoken about before 2020, I spoke on 2019 about different ones at that time. So they are all creating a wave form, which is coherent with each other, which means there's a change, there's a upheaval, which in Sanskrit is called Yuga Parivartan, that. Okay. So this is another important landmark conjunction, which is showing the churning. The axis of Uttara Phalguni to Uttara Bhadrapad, the churning axis.
Yes.
And so the churning is going to accelerate. The final results, the final stage of the things are going to come out, and humanity will have to deal with the repercussions. So it is the final, like quickening. In English, the word is quickening.
Yeah.
And it is the culmination. So Pisces is a sign of culmination.
Yes.
Okay. So the culmination is there, and dissolution is also there.
Yeah.
Which is a concept called pralay in the Puranas and Vedic scriptures. So but this is not a full pralay. It's a khand pralay. Khand pralay means like it's measured. Like Virgo Virgo
Mm.
measurement, precise, and where what has to happen. Okay, so the Virgo works like that, and Pisces gives the resolution. So all these things are coming together. The final thing, the final.
It could be like a strategic shift or a kind of a combination of destruction and movement upwards. That kind of thing you're talking about.
Like if you understand a chess game, in a chess game, there is the beginning, then there's a middle game, and then there's an end game. Okay. So let's say the chess game started in 2000. Okay. Okay. So we are at the end game part of this. Middle game is ending, and we are at the end game part of it. And Pisces is more like an end game situation.
Yes.
Okay. So you have to understand this is the end game now. So 2025 to 2040, this I consider the end game part of next 15 years. So of the equation basically. So
like you said that it is a axis of churning. So can you explain a bit? Like I know that you are talking about Samudra Manthan part, but people who don't know about it, please explain to them somewhat.
Like Uttara Falguni is the pole, the pole. The per sound, even pa, pi, po, are all within Uttara Falguni Nakshatra.
Yes.
Okay, which the English word pole comes from. So that's a dhruv. Okay, and then that same axis goes into Pisces in Uttara Bhadrapad. Okay, which is the waters, the deep waters. And the churning of the story had the deep waters, and then there was the Kurma at the bottom, controlling the mountain Mandara, and the axis. So and then Brahma was sitting on the axis, on the top. So that axis is in Virgo Pisces. Uttara Falguni to Uttara Bhadrapad. So that has been happening. Churning has been happening for a while on Earth. But we are reaching. It's this internet came 2000. Okay, the churning really began fully. All the thoughts, ideas, and stuff came together. Everything of humanity, all came closer and closer and together. So that's why I consider like from 2000 the game started in that way. Pretty much. So I consider this game from 2 cycles, 20 to 2020 is the awakening part and people coming to know, and 2020 to 2040 part, 20 years of action. Okay, awakening, action. Now action also, we have reached the 5th year of action. Okay, but with this conjunction, the quickening of the action happens. The quickening. It is going to be like right now there are a lot of people who are aware of this. Okay, in the world. And there are a lot of people who are not.
Yes.
Okay, like when 2020 sort of thing happened and people were restricted in 2020-21, and the whole world came to know something is going on, right? Little bit idea, even masses got the idea. Now after this, even the people who are not aware will get the idea something is going on. Okay, again we're going to get that situation where everybody becomes aware, not only the ones who are aware. It becomes a worldwide
event. So we can expect global changes, you are saying.
Yeah. I call it world. I don't like to use the word globe, but I'll say world. Okay. Worldwide. Change. Earthwide
change. Yes. So do you expect that it is going to be a combination of both the things? Means like it can show like economic crisis, climate change, or any fights between nations, as well as it can show spiritual awakening of some people?
Like everything will happen because you see if the economic situation, in the Virgo Pisces axis also takes care of that. Virgo is the actual accounting and everything, and then Pisces is the overall movement, the seas. All the trade right now still happens with the seas, right? Like all the movement of goods on Earth still happens by the seas, right? The air only carries little bit of the stuff. Most of the stuff which is moving around, which is the economy driver around the Earth, is happening in the oceans, right? Like the seas. Okay, so that is going to get affected, in Pisces. That, and the whole financial world, like there's a lot of illusory things in the financial world. So those illusions will have to crash at some point,
Yes. Yes.
Because we have a economic system which is sort of fake, built up economy system. So obviously, if the reality comes out, crash is inevitable. So all of those things are going to happen. So that part is there. Then obviously technology, which is like AI and all of that, which is coming, and right now people can't tell reality from fake anymore. Anything can be morphed and put right now.
Yes.
Only like now people can only trust the videos which were uploaded before a certain year.
Yes.
On YouTube, right?
Yes.
Before 24, 25. 25 will be the year which you said before 25 means it's real, and after 25 it will mean it might be anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so two eras will form, right? In terms of what is that thing. Like anybody can put any speech on any being now. Like whether the person actually said that or not, you can't tell anymore. Where they actually. Yeah, so whether you actually said that or not, again, it's Pisces. It's very complex.
Yes.
It's it is not simple and easy. The metaverse they're making, all of that is putting people in another kind of illusion. More illusions.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's not going to be for the people who are discerning, who are awakened before already, who can see through things, the illusions of the past. For them, it will be easier to see the illusions in the present and future. But those who are not, for them it's like a big tsunami.
Yeah. For them, it will be a shock.
This is not a physical tsunami, but it's a mental
one.
Level tsunami. And they will be swept in it. Like there's no, so it is that kind of situation where the spiritual angle has to come, because if people understand what spiritual thing is, what is the situation you are on earth, what are the different planes where you can go, what is your journey, how do your choices right now affect your journey of the future, all of that knowledge has to come out. That will also come out. It's not like the education system of right now, which nobody knows anything, right?
Yes.
At all. Where we are, what are we doing, what is going on, like nothing. When internet came in, like those things, people got more aware, and education happened over the last 25 years. Now, the next level education will happen,
which actually matters.
Which actually matters. Yes. Okay. So that's going to happen side by side with illusion thing will happen at the same time. Natural disasters will happen at the same time. Political upheaval will at the same time. Financial upheaval at the same time. So you can imagine everything is happening.
Yes.
There's nothing which is not happening. In Pisces, there is nothing which doesn't happen, right? Everything of all signs. Pisces is the culmination.
Yes.
Everything of all signs, everything happens. So it's a very interesting time, and at the same time, like it's a decisive time on a spirit level, not just physical level.
Yes.
Spirits, what choices they make right now will determine their future for long periods of time. Okay, so that's where the actual importance of this time is. It's a spirit level, atmic level decision.
Sun is also there. Sun is the Atma, natural Atma Karak.
Yeah, Atma Karak is there. All Karakas are there. Moksha Karaka is there. So beings which want to get out of cycle of birth and death, they will get the information of how to get out of the cycle of birth and death.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Those who want like different things or whatever, choose. If they want to go to lower locus, then they will get how to go about doing that. So, and some people will just be not knowing, and they'll be in trapped situations. Those spirits, if they don't know what to do, then they'll go into limbo situations, trapped situations, and all kinds of things. So, but the system at least should come out to the beings and the spirits that this is the situation and this is your choice. You're making a choice by your actions here on earth in this time. So which is called the judgment in different cultures, which is called dharma, judgment. Different names are there.
Yes.
Yes. In Sanskrit we call it Yuga Parivartan.
Yes.
So that's why it's a very important time, because it creates a wave function for next 1,000 years at least. What happens in the next 15 years?
Yes. Yes.
defines next 1,000 years on Earth even. So
So it's like a big shift in the Yuga itself, not just a temporary period, like you say. And
No.
I think you also, I think I read in your book only, but since the axis is falling in Virgo, Pisces, and the nakshatras are Purva Bhadrapada and Uttar Bhadrapada, so in Purva Bhadrapada, even though Jupiter rules it, but it loses its power to protect also. Some because it is going Atichari also, that is there, but there might be a combination where Jupiter's element of protection against maleficence reduces because Purva Bhadrapada, the Lord is Ajayakpada, and it has it represents the oneness part.
I'll explain something to you which might be from a little different point of view. Like Jupiter might want to create in Purva Bhadrapada own nakshatra in its power, through its power, create more natural disasters. Why?
Really?
Yeah, because see, I mean, Jupiter represents the Davic side, which is the Panch Mahabhut, the elements.
Yes.
Okay, so if Divine has given a like a green flag for that,
Yeah.
So then it will intensify those things. So it works in that way at the time. You know, it's not for protection; it's for actual dissolution of things. You know, because the things have gotten too corrupt and too that thing. So you know, the things have been going against the earth and the elements for a while. So retribution sort of action is.
It's like an age of cleansing.
Yeah. Cleansing. Yeah. So Jupiter will obviously be on the side of the cleansing.
It means that Jupiter is still protecting, but it is protecting the Earth as a plane itself, not just
plane itself and the Davic energies.
Yeah.
Energies. So, but for that, it's wrecking destruction. Like the world and masses will see it as destruction only.
Yes.
Won't see.
Yes. So sometimes I think that it's like a reset button. You need to reset through destruction so that the things become normal and prosperous again.
So Atichari also it goes fast movement. 8 years it will do the whole sign.
Yes.
In the next 8 years it's going fast speed. So that means it'll do things quickly also. All of that will happen. Not just in more intensity, more speed also.
More speed. And intensity.
And more intensity.
They are in hard times. Also the Uttar Bhadrapada, like you said, that it represents the churning of the ocean. So ocean also represents the hidden mysterious things. And Pisces also is the main sign for moksha, liberation and everything. So, and Uttar Bhadrapada also represents our Sahasrara chakra. So do you think that during this period, people who have that capacity or who are still, whether they know it or not, they are still on the verge where they can be moving forward in their spiritual life, they can get some kind of awakening?
I mean, it will be actual knowledge. Okay, like how to do it, what to do as a human being, what physical actions to do, what to do as a human being in order to get a secular death. And at least be in that practice. If death happens or anything comes, you are in that practice. You know, that happens to everybody at some point. But if it comes earlier or whenever it comes, I'm saying you are in that practice. So the practice is something like, you know, I had taught on my channel, PD Speaks, that there's a practice called Real Solution to All Problems, you know, try check, you know, which can help people, you know, get off cycle button if they practice it. Okay. So that kind of practice will become known to, it's known to some people. Soon it'll become known to more people. It'll become known to the whole world that this practice exists. Now, it doesn't mean that everybody will do this practice or that thing, but then people make a choice, informed choice, that you have the option. You know, the option is the most important thing. You know, like right now, the education system was controlled in a certain way that no options were there. You know, like knowledge is not there, what to do. So when the knowledge comes and then people can apply. You know, that knowledge. So that is the main thing, you know, and the more harder the times get, you know, people look for something else. Okay, they understand that the physical existence of it's very temporal out here. Things can change fast, you know, in 2020, 2021, things change quickly for people. You know, so people realize something, then only people look for other things. You know? So when this upheaval is happening, then people will look for the real meaning of life, the real truths, the real facts, the spirit level things, the atmic level things, and then those things will become, right now, entertainment is more famous online, right? Okay. Entertainment channels, you'll say, will get millions of views.
Yeah.
Knowledge channels will get only thousands.
Yes.
Okay, so it might be different. Like they might get only 1,000 and that might get millions at that.
I hope that happens.
You understanding? That's
yes, I hope that happens, because I think that you are right, because right now the education system is just producing a workforce, mass workforce. It's not like something that you know about yourself, or you are more aware about why life is given to you and who you are as an individual. We are not taught these things. We are just made as a human robot to produce money and do something in the machinery of the world. But I think that with the rise of newer technologies, AI coming up, and people are going to obviously being replaced by that, so they will they will be forced to look forward for new options which actually matter.
Human things, the human things, not the things which machines and robots can do. That is not a human thing. Humans were doing that job, but it was not a human thing to do. But now that would be taken away from them. Again. So then it comes down to you will have to come to the actualities and the truth, because your actual existence is on atmic level only, on your spirit only.
Correct.
In this body, the spirit is there. That's why you are talking and you are that thing. Without that, the body is dead anyways. If that moves out of this body is not there. So the real existence is on that level only. So that is very clear, but for that to become clear on a worldwide level, the shifts have to happen, and the more pressure happens from outside world, the more people will turn to the and that the information which is already there, the knowledge which about how to go forward and how to that will become more important.
Yes.
So that's why all of this is a positive thing. That's how change happens, from a more dark sort of material kind of nonsensical way of existing, which is the dark age, basically.
Correct.
Lack of knowledge and consciousness.
Correct.
So to an age of knowing, awareness, light, knowing what to do, and understanding the situation, what it is, and all of that will happen. So that's why, and that's why people think these numbers and stuff which are given in, people have made from our scriptures the wrong numbers, like 4 lakh.
4 lakh,
6 lakh. It's just so nonsensical, because they have to apply some basic logic, right? Okay, if Krishna was around 5,000 years ago, okay, like 3,000 BCM, then and the Ramayana things, people whatever proof they're finding there are finding around 7, 10 to 8, 9, 10,000 years ago. So if there was 5,000 years between them, Treta and Dwapar, 3,000-4,000, how can it be like there are lakhs
between them and us?
Because that way Ram should have come 6,40,000 years before
Krishna.
Treta Yuga, and Dwapar should have had that
much gap.
But there's no such distance, there's no such numbers, there's no such reality to anything.
No.
So this was just like multiplying everything by 365, 360. They just did that for no rhyme or reason, without understanding. That's why scriptures are not for everybody.
No.
People can make any kind of nonsense out of them if they so want. And it has happened, and it was just a lie so that people don't wake up, and people should have this attitude, doesn't matter right now. We don't have to wake up right now. We have 4 lakh
32,000 years to go.
Wake up. Right now,
yes.
we just carry on like this. It doesn't matter, how. But they don't see the reality that the earth can't even carry on like this.
No.
What is happening on the climate control, climate change, and the whole, like, even if you go by the actual realistic, practical point of view, earthy point of view, there is no way this is going on for that long.
Nope.
Even 20 years, 30 years, so that is just the actual point of view. So no matter what way you look at it, these numbers don't mean anything, and the change will have to be now.
Yes.
There is no like option, like, okay, it can be in 25 years or 30 years, or
so
by that time it will.
So you Actually, I was going to ask this question, but you answered. But this is a big misconception among people, particularly Indians, the Hindus, that they think that this Yuga cycle, the astrological Yuga cycle, is of great numbers. Like you said, 4,32,000 is Kali Yuga, and then you multiply that with 432 and Dwapar and Satyuga, and they come. But what is the actual Yuga cycle, the duration? 24,000 years, 12,000 years, what is the duration?
It's 24,000 years. The whole thing is 24,000 years. Okay. So there are ascending, descending things in 24, but it is 24,000 years and that we can see as precession.
Correct.
The stars are moving around the whole star in that 24,000 year precession, and that thing that we can observe. That's an observable thing.
Yes.
And so that is happening.
Yes.
There is no that thing. So within the 4 yugas have to happen within that.
Correct.
So for 5,000, 6,000, 1,000 year change, this kind of periods and things like that. That's all it is. There have never been these big numbers anywhere in reality. But it is just a thing which was put out. Like just to confuse people and to give them the sense that nothing has to be done right now.
Yeah.
Things should carry on. You just carry on. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't change.
Yeah.
Don't think. There's a, like, itni bhi jaldi kya hai? Abhi to pade hai barson. Like, that.
Yes.
That Kabir Singh changed is, so it gave a general, and that's why that whole population has been caught unaware with the change.
Correct.
Because it was not ready for it.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Because the other things, whatever Panth and stuff, whatever different things are knowing that this is the time, like Christianity and other things, they know that this
is changing time.
Like it change. Yeah. So like the newer ones have more of a awareness.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And so, but they have been lulled into a, sleep.
Correct.
Basically.
Correct.
Using these numbers.
Yes.
And now it is going to come as a shock, but it's best if they come into awareness now, at least, while things have started changing right in front of their eyes. Basically.
Yeah. So, we have actually been since childhood, we have been shaped into this knowledge that we have so many years of yugas and we don't need to worry. And I think that this has taken a toll on Indian culture itself, because other Western civilizations, they are still more aware about these things. They know that these things can come up and they are happening right now. We as Indian civilization, it is a bit of a big irony to us that since we developed these calculations and everything, and Jyotish actually formed and originated in India, and we are actually not at all aware about these things in this current day and time. And this is a really bad thing. And I have already discussed before I had one guest speaker. He actually worked on these things, made a lot of findings, a great learned person. He also said the same thing. He's not an astrologer, by the way, but but he also said the same thing, that the Yuga cycle is not that much in number. It is 24,000 years and ascending descending phases, and it works on the Earth's precession cycle with the sun. So we don't know about that, and majority people are unaware. So I just wanted that to confirm that from your end as an astrologer, that we are going to see that shift in the Yuga itself. So this means that since we are running the Kali Yuga right now, and we are ending the Kali Yuga now in March, or we can see some major transition after Kali Yuga. What do you?
I mean, ending of Kali Yuga in the sense that Kali means darkness, means no knowledge, like lack of knowledge, right? Dark. When you go into dark room, you can't tell what the objects are. Basically, that's and misinformation. You can just speculate. Now, when light comes, means you know what is what. You know where Earth is, where different lokas are right now. People don't know what is loka, where is Swarg, where is Patal. People don't know anything. So once the light comes on everything, then that's awareness happens, that Kali Yuga ends. Kali Yuga ends very simply by this process, So once that light comes in, which I've been telling, like my things have been online for a while, but that things, people don't go to those things right now. Because the pressure is not there.
Yes.
Enough pressure. When the pressure from outside, like when outside world, people know that it's not a time for entertainment anymore. It's time for serious reality, then they will
Yes.
do it, right? Like, that's the basic psychology
Yes.
of humans.
Yes.
Like, as long as they think the going is good,
Yeah.
best to keep on the entertainment side of things.
Yes.
So, like even this podcast, they will not be waiting for right now. They'll be waiting for different kinds of, the things which, you know what kind of things. So that's what the thing is right now. But the moment the pressure comes in, everything will come. And that's a trigger point.
Yes.
This conjunction for more acceleration, speed and intensity and everything. So then obviously at some point, if there is war everywhere, natural disasters everywhere, crops are not happening properly, there's all kinds of problems, financial, everything, then it's not time for entertainment anymore, right? Like,
No.
you understand?
Yeah.
Then it becomes of life, death,
Life
questions,
yes.
reality, and all of that. So it has to reach that before.
And
this-
Pisces is that. All planets sitting in Pisces, they will force us to move in that direction.
Yes.
So what are your what do you expect that this planetary transition can bring for various countries, particularly like India, US, China, which are like global powers?
I mean, the thing is that it's going to happen everywhere. So, I mean, the ones which have more population will have more of a change, that it's the population.
So India and China.
It's not like India, China. It's a worldwide thing. Pisces is not like,
yes.
It's not like Africa or South America. Plain, like it's not like this. It's going to happen Russia, China, or India, or it's not going to happen US, China, India. China and India we take because we think India has most population, and then these are higher population centers and things like that. And so it is going to be everywhere. This thing. It's not going to be at one place. Everybody will be affected. So it, like, people should not think in terms of countries anymore in this at all.
Yeah.
It's everyone. And the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam kind of thing in a proper real sense. So that is a thing which is going to happen, and dissolutions might happen of borders and all kinds of things.
That can also happen. Do you think that we can see that this, like you said, the 15-year time period till 2040 is the main period of change, and what after that?
I mean, after that, people live as per the new change, the new consciousness, the new that thing. They have to live in harmony with the earth more. Everything is in a different way. The system is different from top. This democracy kind of systems will not be there, which create havoc, basically.
So what kind of monarchy kind of thing or something different?
I mean, it'll be like a more divine sort of tantra through beings which are in touch, who are more aligned with divine. They decide things. Which was sort of a Rajtantra.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but with the connected, divinely ordained things, not this kind of joke, which has been played. The democracy. Sort of. I think everybody's realizing that, even in all over the world, that this is a joke. This choose this or choose that. It's both the same thing. It doesn't matter.
No.
Like so that's an illusion of choice. The dual illusion, which they do the same thing. They're controlled by the same thing and everything. So there is a age. The central controlling powers are not for humans right now. They are for bringing humans down, keeping them in darkness. That's their purpose. The controlling agency on them.
Yes.
So then the controlling agency will be for people's evolution, for Earth's well-being, for people's well-being. So then it's a different system completely. So this system has to collapse, a new system has to arise. So then the humans will have to live as per the new system. Which is.
So this means that we can see actual genuine learned people, gurus, saints, or self-realized individuals coming out and leading humanity during these periods.
Obviously, the ones who know what is the reality will have to tell, and then there's a system like where the beings which like the kingship which put the thing into the like rules and laws. but there are also rules and laws right now, but they are not for human benefit or the earth's benefit.
No.
Yeah. Then there'll be actual rules and laws for human benefit and earth's benefit, for preserving both, so that will all have to be drafted, and it'll be a new chapter of existence, on earth. This chapter has to end. It's totally crazy. It's reached its limit, like when you stress the rubber band,
it breaks
and suddenly it'll break. Yeah, so we are at that breaking point anyways in terms of the system, so it has to end. And all these different conjunctions are showing that for the last 20-25 years. It's not just this conjunction in 25. In 2000 there was a conjunction. There was different strong 7 planet.
In 2019 there was a conjunction. We had COVID.
Then there have been all kind of markers happening continuously.
We are not learning.
It's not like there's suddenly now it's 25. People are now, but as the new ones come, more awareness comes. Nobody paid attention at that time much. But 2025, more people are paying attention, right? More people are paying attention. But when things happen after that, by 26, 27, everybody will be paying attention. It's like that. So
it's a big plane-like event which is going to happen now.
So there are different that things, and I've been saying since 2000 basically.
Yes. You have been saying since this for quite long.
So in 1998 I started with the Great Purification with the Hopi tribe in 1998. So this is so for me it's just a process, and I'm just seeing how the world is slowly changing towards that and more accepting of it. In 1998 nobody would listen. Nobody cares. So now we have reached 2025 and there are more people, there's more of a wave. There's more of a wave. Will
you be coming out during these times? I expect that you must and you should.
I mean, depends on if people have to find. I've already given the knowledge. Now, if people find the knowledge, then it's up to them. It's the people who have to react and respond as per the changing situation in the coming times. So I told you there's a lot of knowledge which is there right now. Given by me, given by other people also, which can be helpful for humans. But people are not reaching that. People are still.
They are still trapped in their false hopes or cocoons. But still, we need guides. People like you, they are very important. Who have knowledge. Knowledge is out there. Knowledge is written in Vedas and everything. But still, who is the interpreter? Who shows the light? Who knows the things?
I mean, that's why I made it very simple, like try check and things like that, which actual physical actions people can do in their daily lives in order to get a cycle of birth and death. And first you have to understand cycles. You have to understand that you are in a cycle of birth and death. You are in a reincarnation cycle. All of these understandings and knowledge has, like, the thing is, I'll give that. But again, the takers have to be there. Takers have to be there.
Correct.
Correct. So for that also the atmosphere has to be
correct. No, knowledge should be given to the adhikari. It has been said that it has to be given to the person who actually deserves that, who asked for it.
So then ask for it then. But people will do that. Like Buddha only became interested when he saw decay, disease, death. Then only his mind went like, what's
correct?
What's all this? So the same for the masses in general, when they will see this.
Wake up from your deep slumber.
So that's the thing. So that's what I think, that the whole this conjunction and everything is actually going for, creating that atmosphere. It's basically a sign that this is going to happen, basically.
So what are your suggestions for people for dealing with such time period?
Okay, first, I mean, you have to connect with nature, Prakriti. You have to be that thing. You have to be like going on atmic level. You have to have a good attitude towards Earth. You have to change your whole internal thing. Then you have to do meditation and things, which I tell, like, you have to basically get onto a different frequency from what you are living right now. Your perspective has to change. You have to apply that knowledge into your actual, real, everyday life, and then you will have more of a better, like, idea and better way to deal with the changing times. So people have to come down to basics, which I call grounding, connecting with Earth, connecting with nature, connecting with the elements. That's what a Vedic tradition is finally.
Yes.
All three Veds is just connecting with the Panch Mahabhut.
Yes.
So basically we have to get back to the basics.
Move from the tamasic to the sattvic side as much as possible.
Yeah, I mean, for that also you'll have to connect to nature. That's
correct.
The sattvic side comes from, Devic side comes from the Panch Mahabhut on Earth.
Absolutely. So they can practice any particular technique, anything which you will recommend, at least that will help for the basic beginner level people.
They can go to my website Lotus Ocean.
Yes.
And then there are Lotus Ocean meditations and stuff people can learn.
Yeah.
All those things people can learn from there.
Yes. No, absolutely. Your website. I actually read and everything. We are just discussing a different topic here, but you don't know how much I've read you. So the thing here is that I'll recommend everybody to read his books, and then read his articles and find all the things that he has uploaded on various YouTube channels, and visit his website, particularly for the people who, whether you are familiar with Jyotish or not, that is not the point. Particularly for practicing meditation and knowing yourself and other things, it's not like a bookish knowledge. What he is going to give you, it's his own practical experience, the knowledge that he has